said to me, I knew if I wanted to get out there in the world and make a difference in the world of human rights and international law, first I had to be in the frame of mind where I finished things, where I accomplished things, where I got things done, and going into business is a surefire way of doing that. And ultimately, what my dad does now is he teaches young lawyers that work for him how to affect change and how to fight slow-moving government bureaucracy. It's pretty good stuff, and that's why my dad chooses to live in Kosovo. He loves being out there, and he loves the work that he's able to do. He also went on to explain to me something that I knew, but he reaffirmed it to me, and which is this. In government, you can hold on to your job, waste the time and the money of citizens of the country you're in. And essentially, if you're in government, you can get a free ride by kissing the right ass and having yours kissed and taking as long as humanly possible to accomplish absolutely nothing at all. So, for the old man, it was important for him to hit the ground running and do something that involved getting tangible results and not endlessly pretending to pontificate while the fate of millions hangs in the balance. And that is where we're at with healthcare.gov. The fate of millions hangs in the balance. For some like me, that fate is, well, it's a question of, how much a month is this going to cost me? Back to the dollar menu again. Hello, McDouble, my old friend. Do you still taste like failure and shame? Oh, good. Some things never change. But for some, it's a question of, will I be able to continue my chemotherapy with doctors that I've entrusted my life to? Or will the glitches and endless umming and ahhing and endless arguing and huge amounts of ineptitude perpetrated by the people whose salary I pay with my taxes ultimately cost me my life? Life is what you make it. It really is. I see so many people every single day. I talk to so many people every day that complain about the state of affairs. Obamanomics is killing me. Let's be real. There's lots of things about the Obama's administration that's not good. And you know what? The next guy or girl that gets in, there's going to be tons of stuff about them that's not good. Look to yourself. If you are looking to an elected official to make changes in your life, if you're thinking that who's in office is going to make you wake up and feel different, well, you're on a road to disappointmentville, my friend. Population you. When you get up in the morning, it doesn't matter who's in office. It doesn't matter who your local, national, regional elected officials are. Ultimately, it's down to you.
This is The 80s Show on iHeartRadio.
Let's start the show. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Say ho, ho. Say ho, whoa, ho, whoa. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show.
So, a few years back, I decided I wanted to do talk radio. I wanted to be on the radio, being one of those talking dudes. Been doing rock radio for a few years, and I noticed that these guys down the hall from me, with listenerships that were, not to put too fine a point on it, with listenerships that were a tiny pimple on the ass of mine, were driving significantly better cars, and did a little research. I was like, why are these guys with 0 listeners in talk radio, why did they, on the surface, seem to be doing so much better than me? And someone was like, oh, because they are. There's way more money in talk radio. I was like, really? And they're like, yeah. Think about it. The emotional connection that a rock radio listener has is kind of with you, but it's mostly with Metallica or the Chili Peppers or the Offspring or whatever band you're playing at the time. The emotional connection that a talk radio listener has is with the personality on the air. So, you're a lot more disposable, even though you must have a much bigger audience. So I was like, oh, interesting. The plot thickens. I was like, well, I can do talk. And I decided I wanted to do talk. And I got into talk a little bit. And found that while I wasn't making the vast monetary gains I expected to make getting into a different world, I really came to love it. Decided it was my passion. It was something I wanted to do. And a job came up when I wanted to do talk radio. And I was like, that's for me. Look at my ratings everywhere. Look, I know exactly how to reach your audience. I'm killing it. And my buddy, who was a program director of the station that the job opening was on, was like, you are killing it. You could do an amazing job at it. But upstairs, management upstairs, they just never go for it. I was like, why? And he was like, look at you. You look like an overgrown kid. You look like you should be skateboarding in a 7-Eleven parking lot. In fact, didn't you skateboard to work today? I was like, well, yeah. He was like, I rest my case. They never go for it. And I went to bed angry about that. And I woke up angry about that. Livid. Because here I was, completely qualified, able to kick ass and take names doing this job that I'm more than the man to do. Have followings of people that dwarf any of the other potential candidates. And I got really uppity about it because, not because I felt like I was the best man for the job. I felt like I'd never got a chance to get my foot in the door. I never got a chance to get my foot in the game. Can one get a foot in the game? I don't know. But I've been X'd out of it based on something external. The way I looked infuriated me for a week. Still not happy about it when I think back to it. But when I woke up angry about it, day after day, the fact that based on the way I looked and the fact that I skated to work that day, that I'd been not even considered for a job I was more than qualified for, I was like, ooh, that's difficult. What must it be like to be born into a color of skin or an orientation, part of your external thing that you have no control over? It's a genetic lottery. And to be X'd out of something based on that external thing, infuriating. And for one tiny second, I knew what that was like. Can't imagine what it must be like to go through that your entire life. For nothing is more democratic than logic. It is no respecter of person and makes no distinction between crooked and straight noses. Friedrich Nietzsche.
Two-seater fleeter, it's you and the senorita. Woofer blowing up the tweeter, cause it's me up in the speaker. Knocking the mama seater top down like a player. And the sound up in your ears, it is the dopest rhyme sayer. Running game like a cheater, I'm balling like Derek Jeter. Complete on the marathon, I mean the very last meter. Competition defeater, cause yo, my voice is just sweeter. So come on, follow the leader, plus I got the dopest of sneakers. Fuck the rest, I'm the best, there's no question. Fuck the rest and you know. Fuck the rest, I'm the best, there's no question. Are you ready to go? One thing you gotta know, let me just bear with me on your radio. One thing you gotta know, let me just bear with AD on your radio. On your radio. On your radio. Fuck the false modesty, nobody has ever been better, smarter, more clever. I'm winning every endeavor in competition, no you never see a better competitor. Every fight a vendetta, till a head has been severed. I'm the best that there is, I wake up and piss excellence. And if you're coming to battle on your house, I put up excellence. I'm just here to have a little fucking fun, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm second to none. Fuck the rest, I'm the best, there's no question. Fuck the rest and you know. Fuck the rest, I'm the best, there's no question. Are you ready to go? One thing you gotta know, let me just bear with me on your radio. One thing you gotta know, let me just bear with AD on your radio. On your radio. On your radio. Fuck the rest, I'm the rest, there's no question. Fuck the rest and you know. Fuck the rest, I'm the best, there's no question. Are you ready to go? I'm just here to have a little fucking fun, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm so second to none. Fuck the rest, I'm the best, there's no question. Are you ready to go? One thing you gotta know, let me just bear with me on your radio. Back once again, the ill behavior, delivering and giving you a musical savior. Back once again, it's your boy AD, and can't nobody rock a body better than me. Back once again, the ill behavior, delivering and giving you a musical savior. Back once again, it's your boy AD, and can't nobody rock a body better than me. Hey, you, what's that sound? I'm coming so loud from your radio dial. AD, be getting down when you're rocking the jams. Here I am, going back once again. I'm ruling all city like a king I am. A master plan, so from a faster man.
If you just started, if you're just joining us, we open the show with a little talk about discrimination and a time in my life where I've been discriminated against. Now, understand, I am full-on white privilege boy. Grew up in an upper middle class, suburbanite sort of way. And whilst I worked rather hard to get where I am and nobody helped me along the way, I got to imagine that being white and male probably didn't hurt the process along the way. There was definitely a time where I lost out on some gigs that I wanted to some affirmative action mistakes. And I say mistakes because the people that got the jobs that I wanted that were anything but white or male failed dismally at their jobs after they beat me out for them. But overall, I'd be an idiot to discount the benefits of being white and male and American in the millennium. I think that if I went back and picked through my life with a fine-tooth comb, I'd find more times it had been an advantage than not. And one of the few times I felt like I'd been discriminated against was going out for a job where I was more than qualified. But because I looked the way I did, and because it was a talk radio job, which is, when people think talk radio, they go, ooh, old, stodgy, cranky, angry old white men. That's who we need to appeal to, and we need someone that, in our minds, is the type of person that would appeal to that. And without having listened to any of the work I've done, without having really taken me seriously, despite the fact that I'm a ratings winner left, right, and center everywhere that I appear on the radio, I was X'd out of this talk radio job. I wasn't allowed to do it. I wasn't even considered for it just because of the way I looked. Because I looked like an overgrown skater kid, which, let's be real here, kind of sort of am. But more than capable of moving the needle. Certainly more than the chucklehead that they hired instead of me, I think. But whatever the case may be, my takeaway from that was a sense of what it was like to be discriminated against based on something external. Now, I could cut my hair. I could wear a nice pair of chinos and a button-up shirt to work every single day, like the annoying morons that dominate talk radio for the most part. Give myself a little sweater vest. But whatever. I'll just wait for talk radio to catch up with me, and me and Funkhauser will hang out here doing wind sprints and push-ups in the talk radio world until we're ready to dominate said world. That's cool. What was not cool was the sense that I'd been completely overlooked for a job that I was more than qualified for based on the way I looked. And I thought to myself, gosh, if I get this angry, which I was, livid, furious, fuming, over the fact that my appearance has stopped me from being considered for something that I'm more than capable of doing, what must it be like to be born into a color of skin? Or an orientation that's going to make people prejudge you. Make them prejudiced against you. Your entire life. What must that be like to wake up every single day of your life and know that you've got that going against you? It's got to be pretty rugged. That's why everything that's going on in Indiana seems, well, insane for the most part. But here's the thing. I think, and maybe this is unbridled, misplaced optimism on my part, but I think what's going on in Indiana might wind up being, just because of the sheer ridiculousness of its premise to begin with, it might wind up being something very positive moving forward. How so? Well, look, people obviously deserve religious freedom. People do not deserve to discriminate against folks. There is an upside, and we'll get to it a little later on in the show. Right now, though, let's check in with super producer to the stars, Barry Funkhauser, in our segment, My Witness News. In no way, shape, or form fair, certainly not balanced. Funkhauser, A, how are you? B, what's going on in the world? How was your Easter?
It feels like I jump in a helicopter when that music starts.
Yeah.
Here we go! My Easter was cool, dude. I hung out with the extended family. Went down to Lakewood, California, in the South Bay. Hung out with all my aunts and uncles, and the girlfriend met the extended Funkhausers for the first time. We had a big old Funkhauser feast. It was good, man. How about you? What'd you do?
Really nothing too noteworthy. Ate candy. That was good. I've been trying to be healthy of late.
Did you see Michael Keaton on SNL this weekend? He did a little thing about Easter candy.
I missed it, but I heard it was amazing.
Oh,
Tell me about it.
He likes the hollow Easter milky chocolate Easter rabbits. He likes them hollow, because how else are you going to put your little wiener in there?
Oh, man. That's crazy.
If they can say it there, I think we can say it here.
Yeah, well, yeah.